1. Look, we're blinded by the light here, trying to get myself a little bit back. I guess shadows cast everywhere now, so we'll have to figure this out. Hey, big announcements.
This is why we're late every week by 5 minutes, by the way. We're just fucking with technical shit.
I am like, you know what I was like? I was like, hey, you know what would be better? Let's get a light. And I did. I got this, like, it's shaped like a mushroom.
It's blinding.
It is so bright. We're going to kill it today. No, can't kill it. It actually does make a difference. All right. Guess what? We have a big announcement. Big announcement. We've said it a couple of times already, but we're going to say it again because it's going to lead into the first segment of the day. I'm Armchair. That's Dubs.
You wish. You fucking wish.
Maybe. Hey, appreciate you for, like and subscribe. We appreciate that whenever you can do it. We're like.
Cool your jets.
What?
Jim, like
just
rushing
relax.
me to topics. Chill. This is my show.
I am 6 days away, and you are just a few more beyond that. From
1 week.
From Great North being live in Pittsburgh, in the Steel City.
Yes, sir.
For the NFL draft. We're going to be there. Both of us are going to be there live in person. Not just me, not just Dubs. Both of us. We'll have some man on the street interview type things going on. That'll be fun.
Hopefully. It's supposed to be raining Thursday night, so we'll see how many people are on the street. But
you have no idea how many people will be on the street. It's going to be unbelievable.
I'm out there. Rain or shine, I'm out there.
We out here doing stuff. Mike and Evo from Raw Dog Sports also going to be there.
Shout them out.
The Sportsocracy crew is going to be there. And I think we got one other coming in here. It should be a great time. Live.
Bill Workman
from Pittsburgh. Workman's going to be there. Shout out Bill Workman. If you haven't already checked it out, Jeremy's released The Mullet, your ultimate draft guide. You should absolutely check that out. You can buy that on their Patreon. You can go check them out.
Support the fellas.
It's on the main page. He does a lot of work on that. Like, that is, like, between him and Bill, unbelievable amount of extra effort. So I'm excited. Yeah, Bob, it's going to be a good time, I think. I think we're going to have a good time hanging out, doing stuff. I mean, we're going to be live a couple of nights for sure. I think most of the draft coverage is going to be from the draft house.
Why would it not be? It's absolutely gorgeous.
we got a rooftop. We're living large.
We're living big time large.
Rooftop patio.
We just listed off a dozen people that are going to be there, and like there's a chance we don't see each other for parts of the time in the house. Like,
are we going to be gator shoe wearing, jet plane flying?
Oh my! You know it, brother.
It'll be two claps and a Ric Flair for everybody. Draft House is going to be a good time, so it's going to be phenomenal. I'm pumped to get to it. So in the spirit of the draft, and knowing that we have so much to get to, in terms of like we got to give our NHL Stanley Cup prediction, right? We got a whole bunch. Matchups are set. We know what's happening.
For hockey?
Yep, for hockey.
Most of them.
We got to talk.
One can still move.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. And then we got baseball talk. But as per request, we take requests on this show.
Requested by somebody who's not in the chat yet, by the way.
It's poor form. This segment's sponsored by someone eventually. You want to sponsor a segment? You reach out to this guy. We're very affordable. We're very affordable corporate shills. You just let me know what you need to pay, and we can figure that out. We have your best draft bets presented by Dubs, the man, the myth, the legend. What do you got for us? Pitt is a poor location, Bob, but we're going to have a great time.
I've heard good things about Pittsburgh from people that have been there. I'm excited. I think this will be a good time. But anyway, again, this was requested of me. I don't love a lot of these plays, and it's mainly because of the selection that DraftKings is giving me. Listen, I'm a DraftKings guy, but you can pay me to sway another way. I promise you that. I'm always
We're open for
that.
business. Open
Big
for
time.
business.
We'll negotiate. But as of now, we're not sponsored by any sports books, so DraftKings is the one I prefer.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't love the actual bets that I'm getting here. It's just very selective, and odds are very like the action they're giving you is all of the most obvious ones. Like, oh, is the number one pick going to be? And it's Fernando Mendoza minus 20,000. Like,
Minus 2 billion.
yeah, top 10 picks. There's only three or four guys that are plus money there that are like actually realistically potentially going to go.
Yeah.
It's just not a great slate. So I tried to find you a couple ones that I actually like here. My favorite, I think, is Sunny Styles under 5.5 to go for picks.
Okay.
Minus 115 coin flip there. My reasoning for this, if you listened to the Sportsocracy earlier today, shout out. The first bit of the show, they're talking a lot about how there's not a lot of teams that are going to be looking to trade down, and really the only one that is the Cardinals. The only team that's reportedly trying to move up to that spot is the Dallas Cowboys, and I feel like the Sunny Styles thing makes the most sense for them. If they were going to trade up to 3, which again I think only option, I think Jeremiah Love is going to go 4 to Tennessee, and then if Styles is still there at 5, I think the Giants will take him. So I feel like you have 2 legitimate shots there for him to go in the top 5. I like it. It's just tough with, like I said, there's not a lot of great numbers here.
Yeah,
The
the
minus
odds are
115.
the odds are kind of juiced on this in this draft. Like the class is, I won't say predictable because like the second, third, fourth round not predictable, but like it's pretty clear, at least position wise, where people are leaning. So, I mean, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Ooh, Jerry trading up for Love. I mean, okay. We'll see.
I like it. I like the prediction. Shout him out.
Shout out the prediction.
Let me hear your draft predictions in the chat.
Drop your draft.
Jerry, that's crazy shit. Like Jerry's liable to do really anything. It's just
You're not wrong.
what team is going to negotiate with him, and I feel like it's only going to be Arizona here. Who they end up trading up to take is, that's up for debate. But I feel like a guy like Sonny Styles, who kind of comps to Micah Parsons, it would be super hilarious Cowboys move to do. It's like you traded away the guy just to draft a replacement of him that's probably not as good and obviously a lot more raw.
Yeah. Yeah, fully ridiculous.
Poetic justice. I have Love to go to the Titans at plus 100.
Okay.
I feel like that's good value. And if we're talking about him potentially going to the Cowboys on a trade up, that's plus 1,500. So if you want to get some value on it, fucking throw it in there.
Give it a go. It
But
would be
I'm
unbelievable.
pretty confident he's going to go forward to the Titans. What told me that originally was Kenneth Walker going to the Chiefs. Because that meant they knew somebody ahead of them was going to draft Jeremiah Love because he was such an obvious draft pick for the Chiefs at 9 if he was still there.
It's kind of unbelievable, to be honest with you. I mean, we will get there.
Good point, Bob.
It's a great
Dallas
point,
needs
Bob.
defense, so Jared will draft Love.
Backup quarterback
totally
and
see
wide
that
receivers. Absolutely.
He's like, I liked Zeke for a while till he asked me for money. We could do that again. And then
Yeah.
when he asks me for money, I'll ship him out of town because that's what we do.
100%.
Player drafted first between Mansour Delane and Ruben Bain. I like Delane at plus 100. Jeremy today was talking a lot about how Bain is probably going to slip in the draft, and
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to fall as far as he was saying. I mean, he's the expert, but if I had to pick, I feel like Mansour Delane's going to go 9 to the Chiefs. And then I had to go back and ask myself if any of the teams ahead of them were going to take Ruben Bain, and I just don't see it.
Yeah. I don't hate that.
The wingspan thing didn't really affect Will Campbell last year,
No, it did
and that's
not.
really just been the narrative around Ruben Bain. So who knows? I could be dumb, and it's going to happen again where it doesn't affect his stock, and he's a top 7 pick. But
Could be.
I'm trying to get plus value where I can see it, and I feel like
This is about
much
value,
like Love,
yeah.
exactly. And Love to the Titans at plus 100 feels safe to me. I feel the same way with Delane here. Just trying to find it where we can get it.
Yeah.
Chiefs
not a
do
ton.
need an offensive tackle, but they also need a corner. They got rid of both of their top corners.
Yeah, there's going to be an insane trade somewhere in there. I'm excited to see it. I will be on Radio Row for night 1. So we'll see what happens. Let's see how insane this gets.
And in that same breath, Mansour Delane plus 475 to go 9th to Kansas City.
I don't hate it.
I like it. It's decent value. And then a flyer, Ty Simpson to the Steelers. I don't think it's going to happen. I think he's probably going to be a Cardinal at some point.
Arizona wasted a lot of top 30 visits on quarterbacks.
Yeah, they sure did. So I feel like that's probably going to happen, but I liked the value, plus 900. After I wrote this down, I was doing some Googling and saw a lot of media people talking about it, and I was like, well, that sucks. That means it's not going to happen. They're just trying to drum that up.
Welcome to Arizona, Drew Aller.
Yeah.
They wasted a lot. There's a lot of visits on it, so.
Nussmeier. Wait and take Nussmeier.
Let's go. Only for the fantasy names.
His sister dates Will Campbell. That you got to trust your left tackle a whole heck of a lot to protect your blind side and date your sister.
That's true. No, that's true. All right. We got some draft bets. We got him in.
Yeah, I got something.
The guy that wanted them wasn't here, but that's okay. And if he is here, he isn't saying anything. Usually he speaks up. So
you better be watching it in post.
You watch it in post, and you get those bets, and you place them, and you let us know how we do. Probably
not well, because DraftKings is trying to fuck us on it, but
they definitely want your money.
I don't know
if you know this. DraftKings wants your money.
I had a giant FanDuel ad at the bottom of my screen on YouTube right now, too, by the way. So that I feel like it's just God being like, hey, keep your options open.
Hey, listen.
Why don't you come check it out down here?
You want to see how fast I become a FanDuel guy? You write that check.
Takes one check.
One check, and all of a sudden we're FanDuel guys. Oh, look, we got Hoffman in the chat. Appreciate you, Hoffman. Welcome.
What up, Hoffman?
In. Hoffman's Flyers made the playoffs, and we'll be talking about them in a bit, but first.
It did. We also called it, by the way.
Yes.
Hoffman called it first.
Yeah.
But we were all on it.
The baseball season is still happening, much to my chagrin. I don't want it to. I don't want it to. Here, before we move on, look, we got Bob coming in here. He says he has a gut feeling that Roseman will make a big move up, especially if he can pry 31 off New England.
I don't doubt that 31 can be pried off of New England, but I doubt that it happens with the Eagles and A.J. Brown's not involved. And as we've talked about several times on the show, I think the Eagles are waiting for that cap hit to come down to really get into serious talks about moving A.J. Brown.
Yeah, we'll see.
But, I mean, Howie cooks. That's what Howie does.
That is what Howie does. It's traditionally the Howie way.
Yeah.
Every day, I look at the Major League Baseball scores because I've not been able to watch, mostly because I'm focused on hockey.
I'm watching every night and descending into madness.
I am between a mix of I can't wait for the NFL draft, getting to Draft House, having a good time, and watching the Canadians make some sort of run in the playoffs, only to get matched up with Tampa. We'll talk about that in a little bit. That every time I look at the Blue Jays, it's a new starter, a new player on IL. Great. I love that for me. But somehow also everybody else is doing poorly. Your Red Sox are doing awful. Terrible.
We got hot. We got hot for a second.
For a minute. Like for a literal minute.
We won 4 out of 6, and then that lovely taser I'd like to talk about came out.
Yeah. The Yankees also all of a sudden imploding. Love that. Love to see that. Wish it upon my greatest enemies.
Hope they're still imploding when we see them in Fenway next week.
Yes.
I mean, we can talk Red Sox briefly if you'd like.
Let's do some Red Sox talk.
Before we do that, I know you mentioned the Jays. Did you see I saw somebody post this video about Savage's slider, which you know how he used the reverse slider, goes arm side for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
He's like doubled the movement on it since last year.
Yeah, when he is close to coming back, and when he comes back, it will be a breath of fresh air.
I think he could still get Cy Young votes this year, despite missing the first month of the year.
Yeah, he's going to be filthy.
He's going to be disgusting.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Red Sox, we looked pretty good in St. Louis. Some questionable decisions in the first game by Alex Cora. I thought the lineup was ridiculous, which has been kind of
That's
a
been his
sticking
MO.
point for me lately. Yeah, Caleb Durbin in the two hole specifically. He was like, "Yeah, Trevor Story sucks in the two hole. Let's swap it up with my boy Caleb Durbin, who has not barreled a ball this year. He's an everyday starter and has not put his barrel of his bat onto a baseball this year. That's almost impossible.
How do you do that?
Um, that's crazy. Anyway, they put Sade on there today, and he was on base 3 times, and he's hitting over 300 this year, and that's my fucking guy. So why don't we just leave him there? Um, Before we get to Crochet's blow up, let me continue with the lineup here. They actually have been putting some runs up, 5 or more runs in 5 of their last 7 games. But like I just mentioned, the batting order is flummoxing me, and what's flummoxing Alex Cora is the 5 outfielders that Craig Breslow left him, which everyone knew was going to be a problem coming into the season. And there's a reason you're going to hear about roster construction with this team all year because it's just too difficult to get those guys in the lineup, especially when they're either expected to be your best hitters or currently are your best hitters on the team. Yoshida's basically unsittable right now, despite how bad he was for most of the year last year. He got hot in the playoffs, has been really good thus far, hitting over 300, walking a ton. Cedar Rafaela also hitting over 300. Willier has been your best bat so far. Roman's supposed to be the franchise player. He's been struggling a bit, but has got hot the last 2 games in Minnesota. And Jaron Duran, who is obviously the likely one to go here.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't care about him flipping off the fan. He told him to kill himself. You can get flipped off. Don't say shit to athletes that you wouldn't say like directly to their face.
Idiots.
But anyway, the 5 outfielder thing is a problem already, and we're 20 games in. Like I said, St. Louis looks pretty good. I was feeling really confident after the Brewers series. You took 2 out of 3. You go to St. Louis and take 2 out of 3. And then the Twins, who I said were going to be worse than the White Sox this year, just put belt to ass to you for 2 out of 3 games. And like the third game was nice. We needed that, but it didn't even like we beat the shit out of them and it didn't even feel nearly as bad as the last 2 losses you took to them. Crochet specifically, 11 runs, 10 earned, 9 hits in an inning and 2/3. That is never a Garrett Crochet stat line. That is absolutely the worst start he's ever had in his career, let alone his Red Sox tenure.
Mm-hmm.
31 pitch first inning. And then Minnesota scored 7 more in the second before Alex Cora finally got out there and got him. After the game, they explained that he wasn't hurt, which I don't know if I totally believe. The only reason that I have issues with that is that his velocity was down a ton. I don't know what
That doesn't
changing
sound
a
good.
mechanic is like. Yeah, that's usually a pretty big red flag.
Yep.
It was the second lowest average fastball velocity in a start in his entire career.
No
It's
spin.
just not what you want to see. They cited it as a command issue, and Crochet was like, honestly, I haven't really had it in any game this year, but they were the first team to really take advantage of it. A lot of people online saying he's tipping pitches. I saw this video comparing his mechanics from last year to this year, and his leg is finishing closer to his arm side than it has in years past. So maybe with a tweak or two, they'll figure it out. Narvaez also insinuated that potentially a pitch tipping situation. So I'm really not worried about it, but watching it was just straight horror movie. Car crash, just horrified, mortified face the entire time.
Not to distract from your Red Sox info, but did you see the Bobby Witt Jr. stat the other day?
I did not.
Bobby Witt Jr., obviously one of the game's best hitters. And we're going to talk about another game's best hitter who is maybe forgotten about and is resurgent. Bobby Witt Jr. he's got like 74 plate appearances in 17 games, 63 at-bats. He's got 17 hits. Okay, so he's hitting 270. He's got 8 stolen bases, leads the league in stolen bases. 8. It's April 15th. He has 8 stolen bases. That's wild. So that means his total bases are 20 and whatever he gets for the stolen bases, which I don't think counts as total bases, but still good there. How many times do you think he's crossed home?
The way you're presenting it to me makes me think it's really low.
That would be an astute observation, Watson.
4.
It's too high.
Oh no, is it 2?
That's also too high. It is
No.
1. He has crossed home one time. It was 0, Jim. It's now 1. It's now 1. He has 1 run.
Brother.
He has a singular run. What is even happening? Bobby Witt, stranded on base champ. Stranded on base champ. You know who's not been stranded on base, though? Mike Trout.
Who's it? Mike Trout's back, dude.
Are we back? Is Mike Trout
Mike
back?
Trout's way back.
Mike Trout said, I've had enough of the Shohei talk. I am back.
Also,
baby.
his
I'm
under
still
the
here."
hoods, his under the hood stuff is like suggests that he should be better than he even is right now, and he's raking.
Unbelievable.
Only at 215 average, but that shit doesn't matter anymore. 870 OPS. He's got 3 home runs in his last 2 games against the Yankees. I know they're playing right now. That's not including tonight.
Yeah.
Go to his Savant page. Expected WOBA, 100th percentile. Expected slugging, 99th percentile. Barrel percentage, 99th percentile. A Caleb Durbin wet dream. Bat speed, 88. Chase percentage, 95.
We're so
Just
back.
crushing it. We're so back. All people want is a healthy Mike Trout season. Give me one more. Give me just one more.
I am here for one epic Mike Trout season. We have had so many Shohei's the GOAT seasons.
The Angels are kind of frisky too. They've been like
kinda
low key
like it.
must see. They've been must see TV so far, and that's
I-
crazy to say about the Angels.
I kinda
They had the
love it.
Soler fight, which his suspension just got dropped to 4 games. By the way,
We love that.
worthy. Regardless that he charged him, Lopez used the weapon.
Yeah. Yeah. Still a little dicey.
I would absolutely say that's worse. They had who was it in right field? Was it Soler
Yeah, I think it was Soler.
that got all the catches?
Yes.
The
I'm
3 robbed
pretty sure
homers?
it's Soler.
I don't know why I'm blanking on that. We talked about that last week,
Yeah,
but
I think it is. Just robbed all the
I kept
homers.
wanting to say Taylor Ward, but that's who got traded to fucking
Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Iglesias just throwing fucking heat. He's like been a Cy Young candidate so far for them. I don't know. The Angels are a little frisky. If you get a full Mike Trout healthy season, that'll be fantastic.
I want to see Mike Trout pushing for AL MVP.
I want him to get the MVP votes. Give me a Mike Trout season where he gets MVP votes.
Oh, it was Joe
Thank you.
Adell.
I knew that wasn't right. Thank
we
you,
go.
Hoffman.
Hoffman's got us. Hoffman also bringing up Jordan Walker, which I know you're a big fan.
Big Jordan Walker guy. I really thought his breakout was going to come last year. Shout out John Paul. Big Jordan Walker guy. I was really excited for him last year, and he just sucked. He was just never good. Also, we played the Cardinals at pretty much the same time last year as we did this year, and he was he was mic'd up on Sunday Night Baseball. He made like 2 errors. Like it was like an 8-run inning, and that kind of just summed up his entire year last year. He got benched during spring training this season because he could not hit the ball, and whatever they tweaked, night and day. He's been one of the best hitters in baseball since. His Savant page is like
Is red.
the shit. Oh my God. 11-game hit streak right now. He's leading the league in home runs with 8. He's hitting 319. He ripped the RBI double today. Let's see if I got a Savant page right now. He's right behind Mike Trout in expected WOBA. Expected batting average 98. Expected slugging 100th. Velo, barrel, and bat speed all 99th percentile. It's just dead red. Also one of the best arms in right field right now.
He's
Insane.
So good. He's so good.
Yeah, he's been fantastic. If he keeps this up, he's going to be on like a 60 home run pace and like possible NL MVP.
I love it. As unexciting as baseball is for me right now to watch, for my own team, I'm excited to see some of the guys. Like I'm here for Mike Trout. I am here for the Jordan Walker.
Mason Miller, Cy Young.
Give me some Mason Miller talk. McGonigal just got a bag. Like it is.
I love that all these stars. It's basically
It's
the
the
like
Braves.
face of the face of your franchise deal.
Yeah.
It's the Braves started it where they signed all these young guys to extensions. We've talked at length on this podcast about it. I love those deals. I think teams like the Pirates giving those out even is awesome. Like putting your faith in a guy like this is going to be the face of our team for the next 10 years.
I love it.
McGonagall, Roman Anthony,
I mean, Tatis had
Jackson
one.
Merrill got one
Acuna
of
had
them. Yeah.
one. Like they were good. They were good. They're good deals. They're good deals to do. I like it.
Also, it like kind of makes going to college for baseball like pointless. Why would I do that when I could just get drafted, get into an actual MLB system, and possibly get a $150 million payday before I even turn 22?
Yeah, that's a win. That, my friends, is a win. You got any other news or notes on baseball before we transition to the bulk of our conversation tonight, which will be our NHL playoff preview and predictions?
Skeens and Scooble podcast was sick. Check that out if you're a fan of pitching. Just talking pitching with Jeff Passan. Like I said, Mason Miller, Cy Young case. Do you know who the last reliever was to win a Cy Young award?
God.
2003.
Eric Gagne?
Got it. You got it. Last one to receive votes was Emmanuel Clase in 2024. Pre-gambling Emmanuel Clase.
Oh, I'm laughing because LOL. Yeah. LOL.
But Mason Miller's just been absolutely dominant this year. If he stays on this pace, which is borderline impossible, he's probably going to be a Cy Young candidate. I think regardless, he's going to get some votes as long as he's healthy for the duration of the year. But 20 strikeouts on 24 outs. He's pitched 8 innings. He's faced 27 batters, gotten 20 Ks. 17 of them are swinging.
That's wild.
Just nobody touching him. And this goes back to last year, too. I think he's got, like, it's probably up to, like, 30 or 40 something scoreless innings.
He's unbelievable.
It's been fantastic. I do remember Eric Gagne on the Red Sox. He was horrible, but everybody knew he was going to be. He wasn't good since the Cy Young year, essentially. I think he had 1 year after that where he was decent.
It's probably the steroids.
100% the steroids.
All right. The Stanley Cup playoffs are finally upon us. And we have some fresh blood for a change, at least in the East. A little bit in the West. A little bit.
Before we talk actual playoff matchups, can we talk a couple minutes about the teams that choked at the end and didn't make the playoffs?
Absolutely. Let's get into it.
First of all, did you hear the Rick Bowness interview about the Blue Jackets?
I don't know if I'm going to be here, but if I'm here, we got to change.
Shit's gonna change.
I have never heard a more angry, disappointed dad than you would have with Rick Bowness last night. Holy moly, he was
the same guy that was trying to take people's phones away, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. See, like, I think the speech was awesome. The fact he was, like, on the verge of tears is, like, commendable. Like, you can tell he really gives a fuck,
Yeah.
which is, I mean, you should. You're getting paid to, but regardless, it's nice to hear shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
I just think if they bring him back, if the team is already not in that mental state, doing this is probably just going to push them in the opposite direction, similar to his last tenure.
Yeah, I don't
So
disagree.
I don't think he's going to be back. But if the team really bought into that, I think that's something that people could get around, because that, like, it was an impassioned speech. I love that.
The Metro.
He was like, it was literally the Shoresy speech. He was
It
like,
was.
they like to win, but they don't hate losing. They need to hate to lose. This team will never lose again.
The Metro is terrible.
Oh yeah, the Blue Jackets had it. The Islanders also had it, and I told you that team was going to choke that away.
So the Islanders had 43 wins. The Devils had 42 wins. The Flyers, who made it, also 43 wins. The Capitals had 43 wins. And yet, the 41-win Penguins get in because of the many, many loser points. 16 overtime losses for the Penguins.
Yep. And also, the Islanders went 3-7 in their last 10.
They
Blue
were really
Jackets
trying.
2-7 last 10. The only teams that tried in the Metro down the stretch were the Capitals and the Flyers.
There was a moment there where it looked like
I thought the Caps were going to get in when
the
we
Caps
talked
looked like
last week.
Caps were gonna. They looked like they could have, but they ran out of runway, is what it felt like to me.
Is Ovi done?
So I listened to him talk post game and talk like the Penguins were trying to give him a salute after their last game, and he was like, "Get off my ice, Bish, go on." it did not feel like he was like he's done. He also still cooked. Like he's still cooked.
If you asked me like a week and a half ago, I don't even think this was a conversation. I feel like it got spurned on like maybe Tuesday last week before our show, and it started to become a bit of a conversation. And then everyone was hyping up the last match between Crosby and Ovechkin, and the whole time I'm like, I feel like he's not done.
I do have a Crosby Ovechkin video that's coming out. I have scripted. I have not recorded yet, but it's coming out.
Hell yeah.
My gut says he wants one more year, and I think it depends on what the Caps can put together, because they're right there. Like maybe not a Stanley Cup, but like you make the playoffs and what happens, right?
They got frisky at the end there. Like they could have made it this year.
If you make the playoffs, anything can happen, right? Like anything can happen.
If Ottawa loses their next game, they were one game out.
I know. So I think that he comes back for one more. I think he gets one more. I'm also wondering if Sid calls it quits after this year.
I don't think so. I think they're both going to keep going.
I don't know, man. Sid has got his injuries are piling up. And that lower body thing that he got from the Olympics kept him out a long time.
I'll think he'll come back, do one more like farewell tour, and he'll play like half the games. Hopefully the Penguins are good enough to get to the offs, and then he'll go full bore for that.
Maybe. That's like a Corey Perry special. Play like 6 minutes a night.
Special.
6 minutes a night, and that's it.
Then you show up in the Stanley Cup, and you're like, "Give me the puck."
Yeah. I'm front of the
ball
net front,
up top.
Net front presence, baby. The Red Wings also choked in glorious fashion.
Yeah, they really did. Would you believe they haven't made the playoffs since Yzerman took over?
Yeah.
Is that dead?
Yeah.
Because pretty much all the guys that, we were waiting for this team to really come to the forefront are here and are producing, and they're still not making the playoffs. They had good seasons for a lot of guys. Mo Seider was awesome this year. DeBrincat was awesome. Larkin, same thing.
They beat the team in front of them twice. They beat the Flyers.
They got good goaltending, too. Gibson was solid this year.
So, like, their April is beat the Flyers, lose to the Rangers, lose to the Wild, lose to the Jackets, beat the Flyers, lose to the Devils, lose to the Lightning. It looks like they're getting pumped by Florida right now. Let's say 5-1.
Oh, they're dead.
It's 5-1 after 2. Yeah. They're getting just...
That was like us playing the Devils last night. It was like, this is just guys getting out there and stretching their legs.
And they had the opportunity to do it, but they just didn't. They didn't close. They have no close whatsoever.
0 close. No finish.
Oh, yes! Mike Trout 2-run homer. Let's go.
Oh, I had his total bases. Fire.
Oh, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. That's a win.
I don't know where my phone is.
That's fine. You don't even worry about him.
No, I don't. I know I hit.
It's all that matters. In the West, it's pretty well been determined for a while. St. Louis or Winnipeg fought to the end, and probably should have made it if they had their goaltender the entire.
So did Nashville and San Jose.
Yeah, all battled, didn't get there.
I think San Jose and Columbus are the East and West equivalent of each other. I just think the Sharks are a little bit closer because Macklin is
dog.
Yeah, he's leaps and bounds above the top guy on the Jackets.
God, the Pacific is dog shit.
Dog shit, dude. The East was so competitive and so many teams were cooking, and then you look at the West and you're like, oh, this has been over for a month. Like the only
Kings
thing
got
that
in
could
with
have changed
35
was the
wins.
back end. The Kings also have horrific stats.
20 overtime losses. Christ.
Where is this? I have an absolute novel posted for the playoffs in these notes. I got to find the Kings stat I'm looking for. Kings second wild card spot, but they have poor team statistics. 29th in goals for with only 211, 29th in goals for per game, 29th in power play percentage, and 30th in penalty kill percentage. If there's a power play, they're not getting it. And if it's a penalty kill, the other team is 100% scoring.
Wild. Absolutely wild.
And they're in the playoffs somehow. It's crazy.
All right, where you want to go west or do you want to go east first?
Let's go west first because it's going to be pretty quick because they're not all solidified yet.
Yeah.
Shit can still move around. So let's do that first. The most likely situation is that Colorado plays the Kings, and I think that's going to be an absolute ravaging on behalf of Colorado.
I'm going to give
I think it's going to be guys getting healthy.
Yeah.
Like Kadri's hurt, Manson's hurt, Makar just came back, I think last night he had 3 assists.
Colorado in 3.
Colorado, I think in 5 tops for like anybody they would be playing in the first
They don't actually
round.
have to play 4 games. They just give it to them.
They're 3-0 against the Kings this year, the 15-5 goal differential. I don't see this being competitive at all. LA is like not a playoff team, and Colorado is like the juggernaut of all juggernauts. I'd be shocked if the Kings won a game if they played the series.
Colorado's not unbeatable.
No, definitely not, but I think the teams that can beat them are the Stars, the Wild, maybe Edmonton. I don't think the Kings have a chance in hell against them, which sucks because I like Anze Kopitar. I
feel
love
for
to see him win
Kopitar
a playoff series
and Drew
on
Doughty
his way out.
gets a chance, get those guys in there, but
There's a reason they had him like give a farewell the other night because they know it's not looking good for them in the first round.
Yeah. Dallas and Minnesota.
Probably my favorite series of the first round. It sucks that these two are playing in the first round. We've talked about that at nauseum. The playoff format's fucking stupid.
It was the first match solidified.
It was official on April 7th, over a week ago. They then played on April 9th, and boy, did that feel like a playoff game. Super physical. Dallas ends up winning 5-4. Lots of penalties, 16 minor penalties, 12 of them were for roughing, 9 total goals. Foligno after the game said that's playoff hockey. The reality is that's how it's going to go. The ebbs and flows of games, we just have to handle it a little bit better.
That was a split
I know
series.
The Stars, it was. I think it's going to come down to 7.
I agree.
I don't know about you. It's the third time the Wild and Stars have met in the first round of the playoffs. Dallas has won the 2 previous series, both in 6 games in 2016 and 2023. Both times Dallas had home ice advantage.
I think Minnesota wins this series.
I'm going Dallas in 7.
I like Dallas a lot.
You know I love Dallas.
Dallas is getting into that similar territory that Florida is currently in.
I like Minnesota too, though. Kaprizov, Boldy, Hughes.
They're not as experienced, but they're also not as tired. And
Wallstedt and net.
I know that it's not the same as like going to a cup final run, but like Dallas has been to the Western Conference Finals a couple of times now. They've at least gotten deep in the playoffs. They've like pushed.
They have the experience, and I honestly think that's what's going to push them.
I think that makes them too tired right now. I think
they're
in a similar boat to Edmonton, who I don't love in that matchup either, but
I also think there's going to be a chip on Robertson's shoulder because the Wild sent the most amount of players to Team USA, and he got snubbed from that team without a doubt. So I feel like he's going to have the series of his life.
I think we've both got the same idea.
Crazy stat?
Yeah, give it to me.
Kaprizov is already the franchise's regular season leading scorer.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. He's so good.
Wild.
He's so good.
I feel like he's only been there like 5 years. He's
real good.
Pass Marian Gaborik, by the way. He used to be an absolute fucking cheat code in NHL.
I love Marian Gaborik.
I used to get him on every franchise team when I played Shell all the time.
Our third Western Conference first round matchup is the Golden Knights and the Utah Mammoth.
Yeah, I believe this is the one that could move if the Kings win tonight. I could be wrong, though.
I think Vegas beats both the Mammoth and the Kings.
Agreed. Um, Vegas has been on a tear also since Tortorella took over.
Utah's beat them 2 of the 3 games they've played.
Utah is good. I like them. I think much like if the Sharks got in, it's going to be a learning experience. Seattle a couple years ago when
Yeah.
Beniers was a rookie. I forgot. They played, was it Colorado? They
I
won
think they
seven
played
games
Colorado
with?
and they went 7. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I feel like it's going to be something like that. It's a gritty series. The Mammoth look good. They hold their own, but eventually the prestige and prowess of the Knights get past them.
Knights in 6.
I would agree. I think Knights in 6 for that one.
And our final Western Conference first round matchup is the Edmonton Oilers, your Western Conference champions for back-to-back years, against the Anaheim Ducks. This series is interesting because Anaheim has played them tough. The scores so far for the 3 games were 7-4 Edmonton, 6-5 for Anaheim, and a 4-2 for Edmonton. They've not been low-scoring affairs. Now, I know that Edmonton's goaltending is better today than it was even late March, definitely better than it was in January and February. But Anaheim is spicy. Anaheim's a spicy team. I still think Edmonton can win this series.
Anaheim's also on a skid right now.
I think Edmonton wins
Not been
this
playing very well.
on the back of McDavid and McDavid alone.
I tend to agree with you. I like the Ducks. I think they're frisky. I don't think this season was a fluke for them. I think this is just the beginning of the core that they've put together.
I agree.
But this is every good franchise needs a humbling.
Yeah.
You feel good, you get to the playoffs, you have a really great season, and then you run into a team that's been there and done that before, and they show you what the playoff hockey is actually like. Happens on all sports.
Yep.
It's happened to the Celtics back when Tatum and Brown were young. Like it's the same thing. You got to go do the thing and get humbled by a team that's meant to be there.
Speaking of a team that is meant to be there, let's shift our focus to the East.
Yep.
Buffalo playing your Boston Bruins.
I'm excited. I'm actually happy for the Sabres, despite them being like a division rival. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. The last time they made the Cup playoffs, Obama was still in office.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones season 1, episode 1 was about to debut.
It's been a few minutes.
A long while. A 14-season playoff drought. By the way, did you see the Sabres social media guy on Twitter?
Kept receipts.
He kept receipts. I respect that guy so much.
Kept all the receipts.
He spent the entire day, the day after they clinched, just posting pictures of people's tweets and clips and DMs that he's been sent and just replying to people, just giving them it was a virtual middle finger, and I loved
every
shit.
second of it.
There's nothing that makes me like a franchise quicker than if your social media guy is on their shit.
Vegas used to be like that.
Chargers guy for football has been awesome for years now. Like there's just something to it when shout out the Twins. They just gave us belt to ass. First thing I wake up to on what was that? Tuesday morning? Yeah, Tuesday morning was somebody saying, "Hey, it was the Twins guy going, "Hey, we took up crocheting," and it was just a picture of his stat line. It was like, "Oh, that's good. That's good. I respect it."
If you reach Wendy's level of trollery, you've done good.
Exactly.
You've done good.
The Sabres are a tale of two halves in this season. They were awful. We thought we were going to be right back to the laughingstock that they've been for the last 14 years. In the last few years, they've actually had somewhat of expectations. And then they fired their GM, and after that, they went 39-9-4. Number 1 in the NHL in wins and points percentage in that span. Their season series against the Bruins 1-1-2, but 2 of those losses came in October before that midseason turnaround that they had. I do like the Bruins in the series. I think that as much as I shit on this team, we've been a really solid team this year. Top 10 in penalty kill, top 10 in power play. The only thing that has been sort of a thorn in our side has been our expected goals. It's not been very good. Negative 18.34. That's good for 28th best in the NHL this year. We're down there with draft lottery teams. It's the worst of the playoff field by far.
Mm-hmm.
Only 4 teams allow more high danger chances per game than Boston at 5-on-5. Buffalo's a really good team. They're really deep. I feel like this is a 6 or 7 game series, and for some reason I feel like the Bruins are going to get it done. And as much as you're just going to say it's bias, I don't like this team. I don't think they're very good, but I do think we can beat the Sabres.
Buffalo has been unbelievable.
13 players with double-digit goals, 20 goal scorers.
Like you said,
Tage Thompson is legit. Like that's one of the top 10 forwards.
They score a ton,
hockey.
And they shoot a ton, and their shooting percentage is good, right? Penalty kill is pretty good. They don't take a lot of, or they take a bunch of penalties, but their penalty kill is good, so it doesn't really
top
matter.
5 penalty kill.
Yeah. Boston in 6.
Fun stat too. Their top D pair when Dahlin and Samuelson are on the ice at the same time, they've outscored opponents 46-29.
I don't like Buffalo's. Jake's saying it's saying it's inexperience. I disagree. I don't think it's inexperience. I'll tell you what it is. Where's the grit? Where's the weight? You know who had really good scoring teams, really good power plays going in, really good discipline, pretty decent goaltending going into the playoffs for the last, 8, 9, 10 years? They're not in there this year, I'll give you a hint. Toronto Maple Leafs. Score goals like nobody's business. And
lower than 6.
And,
come on, lower than 6.
And what happened every single time they were leaned on? What happened every time this year that Buffalo was leaned on? If they're not winning the game in an 8-7 blowout, they're not winning it. Like they need to be scoring a ton. Defense and hard hits and great goaltending wins you playoff series. Buffalo will win a couple of games. Boston takes this. I think overall, I trust Jeremy Swayman more than I trust anything that Buffalo's throwing out there right now. Period.
Agreed.
And I'm not biased.
Swayman's been electric since the Olympics.
I am not biased. I have my own team in this. Bias there. I have a Chargers.
We'll go to them next.
Let's talk Montreal Tampa.
I'll give you a little history to start.
Go for it.
Lightning and Habs have met 4 times previously in the playoffs. Lightning have won 3 of those series. 03-04 second round, Lightning swept. 13-14 first round, Canadians swept. 14-15 Lightning win 4-2 in the second round, and then the COVID final.
Yeah,
Lightning 4-1.
Yeah, and this year they're not 20-something million over the cap. So let's see what happens.
2-2 in the season series as well.
And those games were hard fought. They were not blowouts. It was not like it was like
the first one was a blowout. Everything else is close.
The first one was December 9th.
Yep.
They were still playing Sam Montembeault.
That's the exact date that Buffalo fired their GM, by the way.
Yeah. They were still playing Montembeault.
And then became the best team in hockey.
And then they lost 5-4 to in the shootout. Shootout losses don't really count because that wouldn't happen in the playoffs. Montreal won 4-1, and then the most important win. So the March 31st is a big one. That's a 4-1 win. And then they went to Tampa, and they bullied them with the 2-1 victory. That was an electric game. You want to talk about playoff game? That felt like a playoff game. Montreal, speaking of snubs, Cole Caulfield, 51 goals this year.
It's a whole heap of a lot of goals.
Probably should have been on the Olympic roster, but wasn't.
0 empty nets.
Not one. For his career. Do you know that's for his career?
I did.
It's not just this year. Man doesn't score on
I only knew that because of the guy that commented on our short about it.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Shout out that guy. I forget his name.
Playoff games at the Old Forum were electric. They were electric. I think that Montreal can win this series. I think it's going 7. because you can't count out Vasilevsky. You can't count out Kucherov. I think that Caulfield and Slavkovsky and Suzuki and Dobish and Fowler and Lane Hudson and like 15 other guys that I'm not mentioning right now have all stepped up. They're playing with the power of friendship. It does feel different. Plus, the prophecy is written, Dubs. The prophecy is written. Montreal will make the Stanley Cup Finals and lose in heartbreaking fashion to complete my worst run in sports history.
Year from hell.
The year from
the
hell.
Almost year.
Jays lose. Patriots lose. I need the Habs to lose. That's it. Then we
I feel like I'm going to go with the Lightning here. I'll say 7 as well. It's just a tough draw for Montreal. It's not to say that like the Lightning are that much of a better team than you guys are. I think this is a really close matchup.
It's the most even matchup.
I didn't want to see the Lightning. I know you didn't want to see the Lightning.
Did not. Wanted Buffalo.
Exactly. I wanted Buffalo too. I don't know. Lightning, they've just been here. They've done that. I think Montreal is on the up and up. I think they're what Detroit wants to be, where all of their kids are up. They're playing really well.
They're what everyone wants to be.
Yeah. I think they have the brightest future in hockey right now. If you gave me a different path for them to get to the cup, I think I'd like their chances better. I don't know.
Montreal thrives on this shit. I'm just going to be honest with you.
If they win, I would not be surprised. And if they win, I think they're going to the conference final.
This is what they live on. Like, oh, nobody wants us to be here?
Like
okay.
Are we on the same side of the bracket?
We might be.
I have it. Yeah, we are. Like, if we beat Buffalo and you beat Tampa Bay, you're beating us 100%.
I would agree with that. Odds. Yeah, I would agree with that.
I think if Buffalo beats us, I think you beat Buffalo. And then you're in the conference finals, and at that point, anything can happen. Dobish gets hot. Who knows?
Talking Baseball says, I have Montreal winning the whole thing. Playoff hockey has brought many surprises. Canada hasn't won a cup since 93. Secret time. I also have a video outlining every Canadian loss in the Stanley Cup Finals since 1993. Every Canadian team's loss. That is, I'm not even joking.
I got a line from it here.
It is.
I got a line from it here.
It is currently scripted. No, I went to like each of the closest, there's eras. Obviously, I'm going to talk about Vancouver and that heartbreak. I'm going to talk about Calgary.
And they set the city on fire?
Yes. But there were people having sex in the street.
I wonder who did that.
Let's remember there were also people having sex in the street. So it's not all bad. That one guy had a great night.
Have you seen the homeless numbers? There's people having sex on the street every night.
Everybody's having sex on the street. It's just what it is. Carolina and Ottawa. Carolina in 5.
Sex on the street is like a sex on the beach, but there's no mixer. It's just alcohol.
It's just liquor. It's just Colt 45.
It's a cup full of liquor.
It's just fax hands. That's it. It's Everclear on the street. That's all you got.
Riot Punch from Sunny.
Yeah, that's it. I
love getting blasted on grain alcohol.
Yeah. Carolina's got the Ottawa Senators. Carolina should win this series. Ottawa's plucky, but I don't think they're there. Linus Ullmark has been unbelievable for them down the stretch to get them
Brandon
in.
Bussey.
But I just don't see Carolina losing this first round matchup.
No, I don't either. Hurricanes will be taking a 5-game point streak into the postseason. First time since their relocation that they've had 7 20-goal scorers on this team, led by Seth Jarvis and Svechnikov, who started out super slow, by the way. Didn't he not score for like 15 games or something?
Yeah, it was unbelievable.
I might be over-exaggerating, but it was a long time.
No, but it felt like a long time.
And then goaltending for them is going to be a bit of a question mark because Brandon Bussey was the biggest storyline of their season. Professional Hockey Writers Association gave him the team MVP for Carolina this year. Like, he's been a legit good goalie. 39 starts, 247 goals against. However, Koshetkov got activated from injured reserve on April 13th. He finished with a 6-2 record for total on the season. He only played 9 games. And Freddie Anderson came back. I don't know. I think you have to go with Bussy who got you here, and Koshetkov will be the backup if something happens. Like, remember Florida a couple years ago? They went with Lyon,
Yeah, they did.
and they ended up having to switch to Bob Rob, and he just never gave the job back to anybody ever. He's just Bob
Sure
Rob
did.
again.
He was just full on.
I feel
Bob.
like we're going to have a similar situation here with Koshetkov, but I do like the Hurricanes in this series. It's their 8th consecutive playoffs under Rob Brindamore. They have won a first-round matchup for the last 4 seasons, I believe.
Yeah,
4 or
I believe
5.
so. Yeah.
I don't think that changes here. I do like the Senators, like you said. They're plucky. They were the team that really showed up down the stretch when teams like Columbus and Detroit just sort of fumbled the bag. Like, the East was so up for grabs. It was so close. They were all playing each other at the end of the year. We talked about that last week, how the schedule was just so crazy going down the stretch.
Yeah.
But I think the Hurricanes are too deep. I think they're the best team in the East, and I don't see it for Ottawa.
Yeah.
Especially, like, Ottawa's dead in the water. Like, props to them for even getting here. I know Sirianni was talking about Buffalo going to the playoffs red hot. I don't think there's any team hotter than the Senators. And what do we talk about when we go to playoff hockey? It's hot goalie, hot team, momentum.
They got a lot of it.
They got a chance. I'm going to say Carolina in 6.
Last team in the East, then we'll get a Stone story and get out of here. The Flyers are playing the Penguins. Is this like a Sidney Crosby swan song?
See, you mentioned that earlier too, and I don't know. This is the first time I've heard that is from you right now. If you go out and call that, and you're like, yeah, this is it for Crosby, and he ends up retiring, I'll get you something, buy you a jersey or something.
I'm just saying, look, Sid he's already won cups, plural. He's already won gold medal for Canada. He's won World Junior. He's won 4 Nations.
With the Flyers coach on the bench, by the way.
He is done.
He used to be a Penguins assistant.
He has done everything you can want in this game, right? Like, he is really, like, is he not a first ballot Hall of Famer?
Of course he is.
Right.
Like the first ballot of all first ballot.
So, like, what does he have to prove by playing another year on a team with 40-year-old Chris Letang and, like, 39-year-old Geno Malkin?
Nothing, but hear me out. Ovi and Crosby both come back next year and announce it's their final year.
I mean, that would be fun. I'd be in for that.
That'd be electric.
I'd be in for that. I just think I feel like the writing's on the wall for Sid. A lot of injuries are starting to pile up on the guy.
Agreed. Team isn't all that good. They kind of barely skated in.
I think the team needs to consider a rebuild or a retool of some sort. And I just don't know if he has
to for the last 4 or 5 years.
I don't know if he has 3 or 4 or 5 years to wait around for that to get good again. I think his number goes to the rafters when he's done. I think that he beats the Flyers in this. Sorry, Hoffman. I love Michkov. I love, Martone. Like, they've got a lot of good guys.
I think those guys are going to look like Malkin and Crosby in this series.
Yeah. The rookies look good. They look good.
Trevor Zegras is about to get a bag.
Yeah, I think the rookies look good. I think that I like a lot of what they have to say. I'm curious to see how it looks, but
it's a 2-2 season series between the two teams this year.
Yeah,
Zegras led the way with points for Philly. Rust led the way for the Penguins in terms of scoring in the season series. Special teams, the Flyers finished dead last in the league on the power play.
Mm-hmm.
If there's anything you can really find to knock them down going to the playoffs, it's going to be that. Especially where the Penguins were top 10 in penalty kill and power play this season. The experience is obviously on the Penguins side, much like the previous matchups we were talking about. Like, Edmonton and Anaheim, that was the one. Yeah. I think it's going to be a similar situation. I like Philly. They were my pick for all of those teams vying for the last playoff spot.
Yeah, they were.
I liked Philly to come out of there. I think this is gonna be an awesome series. I think it goes 6 or 7, but I'm gonna lean Pittsburgh here.
Give me your Eastern Conference champion and your Western Conference champion. I'm not gonna ask you to pick a Stanley Cup champion right now.
I don't like it because it's chalk.
It is chalk.
Uh,
Mine will not be. I will be full homer.
I like that. I'm gonna go Colorado and Carolina.
I have Montreal playing Colorado. It is the former Battle of Quebec. Montreal trying to beat their former rivals, the Quebec Nordiques, aka the Colorado Avalanche, for the Stanley Cup. And to save all of Canada.
I think the Avs are such a juggernaut. The fact that Dallas and Minnesota have to play in the first round and
It's
then the winner plays
miserable.
Colorado is the worst format in playoff.
I
That's
would-
the worst.
My
sports
favorite
playoff
thing to happen
by
would be
far.
Montreal plays Edmonton. And then it's like, it's coming home. Doesn't matter who gets it.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
And then McDavid gets his cup, and I don't have to listen to people saying McDavid's going to Toronto ever again. I don't know why you'd want to go there.
Utah Buffalo would be the
Let's
lowest
go.
watched Stanley Cup in the history of the world.
Utah and Buffalo. Brutal. All right. You got a Stone Stories for us. Let's get it out. I may post a bracket challenge later on if someone doesn't make one before me. And we'll do one up. I don't know if Foursquare is doing one or one of those other guys are doing one, but we may put one up.
Love it. I feel like Sirianni is usually the bracket guy.
He is the bracket guy.
We're going to Pennsylvania today,
All
much
right.
like we are next week. I thought it was nice
We
and
will be there
good
next week.
timing, on brand. This is in Lancaster County. A father in the county was injured last week after he accidentally dropped a homemade pipe bomb he had made and injured himself. Travis Peachy, fantastic name, 51 years old, too old to be playing with pipe bombs, of Narvin, Pennsylvania, was arrested Saturday, the same day the explosives were set off outside his home in a Salisbury township. Pennsylvania State Police began investigating after Peachy arrived at the hospital with injuries stemming from said explosion. Peachy reportedly told troopers he had tried to assemble a pipe bomb because they were supposed to have guests over and he thought it would be good entertainment. He assembled this pipe bomb using a PVC pipe filled with 6 ounces of black powder. He said he was using a motorcycle switch to control the detonation. Let's have a pause here, Armchair.
Mm-hmm.
What is this something that would get you to my house if I was like, hey, me, you, pipe bomb?
No.
Where do you want to throw it? Like, is that going to get you there, or are you a little less redneck than that?
I am less redneck than that.
I show up, hand you a camcorder. I'm like, welcome to Jackass. This is the Pennsylvania Plaxico.
If I showed up to your house and you were like, hey, you want to go blow some shit up?
Right.
I'm in. Yeah, of course. Like we want to explode some propane tanks at a safe distance. In 100%. But like as the enticing factor to get me over, no.
Yeah, if you're already there, I got you.
Yeah.
Well, his guests didn't show up. This was not enough to get them to this guy's house, which probably says a little bit about our friend Travis here, Mr. Peachy.
Yep.
State police said Peachy placed the bomb on a pile of wood outside a shed in the backyard. However, once he learned the guests were no longer coming, he retrieved it and took it back inside the shed. Trooper said he was trying to disarm the explosive when he dropped it and the device detonated. Peachy's wife reportedly told troopers she was inside with 2 kids when she heard what sounded like an explosion. I always like that terminology where it's like it sounded like gunshots or sounded like an explosion. You hear something and you're like, oh my God, was that a gunshot? Until you hear a gunshot and you're like, oh, no, that was definitely a gunshot. Like there's a distinct difference, and an explosion is like the highest tier of that. If something explodes where it's like, yeah, a guy made a fucking pipe bomb in his shed, I'm telling you straight off the jump, I know that was an explosion. I don't know. Yeah, 100%. That or like a transformer blew outside or something. But even then,
I know it. I know that sound.
I know it. Yeah, exactly. I know something's not fucking good. He immediately rushed in and was like, I need to go to the hospital. Trooper said he suffered injuries to his face and eye, and the hospital staff removed pieces of shrapnel from his head. State police later searched the shed where the bomb went off and found a hole. I picture it like a Looney Tunes style, like human-sized hole. Like it just blew him straight through the floor in the shed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Little peachy Pierre Paul.
Yeah. Yeah, just a little
Entertaining guests with a pipe bomb armchair is like as American as it gets. That's the hot dog contest on the 4th of July. It's
100%
like, hey,
it is.
me, you, pipe bomb. What do you say, me and you come on down, we 3D print the gun. Like, let's go chuck Molotovs around the gas station.
Let's just go, we'll just go create a little improvised explosive device. It's not a
Throw
big
in
deal.
a half a bag of Charlie Sheen, who's to say?
A little bit of that pink powder and we'll call it a day, right? That's all.
Little Stefan Diggs yacht party.
Stefan Diggs after party. All right. That's it. We are, next week, won't be here, but we will be live.
We will be live.
Yeah. When you arrive again, you can remind me after. It's fine. I am there on the 21st.
Wednesday night.
You're there Wednesday night. We'll do our live Wednesday from Draft House. And
It'll
then
probably be late if I
don't care.
if we go live Wednesday.
That's fine.
If not, we'll just go. We'll go a different day.
Go
Regardless,
there.
we're going to be live doing content. Who cares?
Live at Draft House.
Keep an eye out Wednesday.
Watch for the shorts. Watch for all the goodies. They'll be live there. Don't forget to say perhaps to drugs. For Dubs, I'm Armchair. We'll see you next week live from Pittsburgh. Base.
Appreciate it.